26 years ago, people still refer to that. It's still kind of burned into the collective consciousness across the island. Even younger kids hear stories from their parents and grandparents about the damage caused in 1992. So the sense across the area is to take this threat seriously.
Definitely need to take seriously. And again, thanks for tuning back in to us. We're talking about the threat of Hurricane Lane, at this point a Category 4 storm moving northwest toward the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah, and just earlier we heard officials talking about the last big storm to hit the Hawaiian Islands, still talking about that 26 years later. Yeah. And that's the type of impact that these storms can have when they do hit Hawaii, and that's why we are taking such care to track Lane closely and let you know what you can expect. Yeah,
and let's talk about that a little bit more. Let's track Hurricane Lane because, again, it is a powerful storm system, a Category 4 storm with max winds at 145 miles per hour, and we're talking about this storm system moving toward the northwest at about 7 miles per hour. So this is a storm system getting very close to the Hawaiian Islands, already bringing some moisture to the Hawaiian Islands, already leading to several alerts across the Hawaiian Islands. And as we take a look at those alerts, we have hurricane warnings, we have tropical storm warnings, and we even have hurricane watches in place for the islands that are farthest to the west. So a lot of activity out there, and it's a concern that we'll continue to follow. When we take a look at the latest forecast track, by Friday morning, we're talking about a Category 4 storm, max winds at 135 miles per hour just west of the Big Island. But then it starts to weaken as it starts to get closer to the islands to a Category 2 and then a Category 1 by the time we get to Saturday morning. Still, though, it will be close by to bring a lot of impacts to the region, and this is something that a lot of people will be paying attention to. And we got a chance to hear from one of the emergency managers from the Hawaiian Islands, and he mentioned this very thing.
Stay out of the water for the next couple of days. Stay away from the shoreline. Now is the time to get that selfie picture for Instagram. Unfortunately, we do see that during natural disasters. It's really going to be a dangerous situation.
Yeah, definitely not the time to be taking selfies when we're talking about hurricane force winds moving into the region as we move into the coming days. So let's get you a look at that wind forecast, a bit of a closer look at when we can expect to see winds reaching between about 39 and 73 miles per hour. This is the timing on this. By this morning, we could see parts of the Big Island, the southern edge, picking up on those strong winds, moving into central portions of the Big Island by later on today. Now, taking a jump ahead to about Friday morning, we're looking at areas like Honolulu picking up on these strong winds, and we'll continue to see these very high winds. Again, gusts reaching up to about 73 miles per hour, potentially even higher than this as we move into late Friday and into Saturday. That's going to be for some of our northwestern islands getting into the weekend as Lane continues to make its track forward. Now, as far as the surf goes, that's also going to be an issue. We have high surf warnings, and actually you just saw that flash from purple to green. They just upgraded that from an advisory to a warning, and warnings mean surf anywhere from 15 to 25 feet. Now, you can see why that's going to be such an issue. Here's the spaghetti plot of Lane. These are the potential tracks that our models think Lane is going to go. And you can see the consensus really follows that cone of uncertainty that we've been showing you here through the last several days, where it takes its track up to the north and then makes its turn out to the west, again impacting the islands with potential landfall, if not a very close call. Now, our forecast, as we take you through Thursday night, starts to bring some rain, some heavy rain to portions of the Big Islands, Honolulu picking up on some showers. You'll see that heavier rain begin to track a little bit more off to the north and west. Honolulu picking up on the potential for heavy downpours by the time we head into Friday morning. Our forecast max wind speeds, again, as we've been talking about, they are going to increase here over the next few days. Today, we're looking at gusts reaching into the 30s and 40s, but by Friday, we're talking 40s, closer to 50s, and these higher gusts impacting our northern islands by Friday into Saturday. Stay with us. We're talking about severe weather impacting the central part of the United States coming up.